Back at Independence High School, I'm Maris Lowry and Morgan Payne joining me here for the second game. It's Independence taking on Logan, as Akers is the leadoff hitter for Logan. It's a ball and a strike. And on the mound is Collins for Greenbrier East. This pitch is swung on and popped back out of play. The count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. The first game that started right at noon, Independence defeated Greenbrier East 18-10. And now we have Logan and Greenbrier East. This is the top of the first inning as we're getting ready to get things started. And the count is 2-1 to Akers, the third baseman for Logan, and the 2-1 pitch. And the count, I beg your pardon, it was 1-2. The count will even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get situated here. It's been quite a afternoon trying to make things happen for the viewers here. We had a lot of rain. Weather's been a problem, and not knocking the facility, but they just don't have the overall facilities for broadcasting. As this ball swung on and hit the left field, that's a base hit. That gets past the left fielder all the way to the wall, and Akers will take the big turn and will stand up with a double and a leadoff hit. A double for Journey Akers, and now it'll be Lily Fleming will now be the batter. So Fleming will come to the dish. Fleming, the Logan second baseman, hits from the left-hand side of the plate. Collins is ready, and the pitch. She squares to bunt, lays it down. Beautiful bunt, only plays to first. East will make the play to first, but the first baseman can't hang on, and Logan will play to run, as that will be a hit and an error. And Logan takes a 1-0 lead. Beg pardon, that'll be scored an error all the way. No hit, no RBI. And 1-0 Logan is Atkins will now be the hitter. So a run across the dish already for Logan. And now Atkins will square to bunt as well. And the pitch will miss for ball 1. So Akers led things off with a double. Fleming tried to bunt her over, and the ball was thrown away trying to get Fleming out at first, and that allowed Akers to score from second. Logan leads in the ball game 1-0. Atkins the batter, and the count goes to 2-0. Lee Atkins the batter. Collins ready in the pitch, and that'll miss for ball 3, 3-0. And here comes the 3-0 offering, and that's over for a called strike. Count goes to 3-1. Collins checks her wrist there, checks the pitch, and ready to deliver the 3-1, and here it is. Swung on and missed. The count goes full at 3-2. So the count's gone full to Atkins, the number 3 hitter in the Logan lineup, and the payoff pitch, and that'll miss for ball 4. So the first 3 batters for Logan reach, and they already have a run in. And with 2 on and nobody out, Birchfield will be the hitter. Ashlyn Birchfield, the Logan catcher. And the pitch, he squares to bunt, and the ball gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. So now we have runners at third and second. Morgan Payne now joining me.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So 1 ball, no strike to count to Birchfield. Collins is ready. And the pitch. Swung on. This ball is skied out into the outfield. The left fielder's got a beat on it going over. She can't make the catch. The ball falls safely to the ground. That'll get one run in. That'll be a hit. And the runner at second had to hold up Morgan, but now Logan able to plate 2, and they have a 2-0 lead.
That was number 14, Lily Fleming, coming in for Logan.
So that will go as a double. That will be the second double of the inning.
Here's the replay.
And Conley will now be the hitter. That's just something that the Greenbrier East left fielder not looked like she kind of maybe lost it in the lights a little bit there. And the pitch, squaring to bunt, takes a called strike, 0-1. Yeah, that was Seabold out in left field for Greenbrier East. And like I said, when the ball was first hit, it looked like she had a beat on the ball. Then it looked like she looked up and maybe she couldn't find it in the between the over.
And today's such like a overcast like,
right?
Foggy day.
Yeah, more gear for football than softball, right? As this ball's fouled back out of play. So glad you're with us here on Video Productions. This is the middle of 3 games. Independence beat Greenbrier East in the noon game, 18-10. So
it was close there for a second.
Yes,
they were tied 10-10.
Tied at 10, yep. And then Independence able to pull away and get the win, 18-10. Independence will take on Logan following the conclusion of this game. The count's 0-2, and the 0-2 pitch to Conley. Swung on and missed strike 3. There's the first out of the inning. So 1 out. 1 out, 2 in, and 2 on. And Fleming will now be the batter. And you can see that pitch, Morgan. Pretty good pitch.
Yep.
Just
right over top of it. Yep, just swung a little too high.
Fleming squares to bunt, lays it down. Beautiful bunt, only plays to first. They won't get the play at
Runs
first.
To second.
And they'll get the run in. That'll plate a couple of more, and that'll be an error, and that will be the second error of the inning. 2 more runs score for Logan.
Logan Wildcats looking pretty good right now, up 4-0. Wonder if Greenbrier East might take a little timeout in this situation, kind of regroup. Doesn't seem so, though.
But yeah, a couple of hits, a couple of errors, and a base on ball, and Greenbrier East finds themselves in a 4-0 hole as Setzer will now be the hitter, the Logan left fielder. And the pitch, she squares to bunt, and she lays it down. Only plays to first. And the throw, they do get the out, but they do move the runner over. So that's the second out of the inning.
That's the sacrifice you're willing to make.
Yep. But what it does, it really keeps the defense back on their toes. If you're a team like Logan, they've showed already in this first inning, the way they lay the bunt down, you've got to make the play. First of all, you got to be able to field it, and you got to make the throw, you got to make the catch. So Dotson will now hit. She's the 8th hitter in the Logan lineup. And Logan's already plated 4 runs here in this first inning. And there's a big cut and a miss, 0-1.
At least the rain has stopped.
Yeah, well.
Right?
Yeah,
for now.
Because you said that, I hope that
the announcer's jinx.
Yeah, I hope you did announcer's jinx. And this pitch is outside. I was watching the basketball game last night between Boston and Philadelphia. And
oh, yeah. Who won?
Well, Boston won, and Jason Tatum was like a 1 point away from being up there in rare company of scoring over 3,000 playoff points with John Havlicek and Larry Bird.
Wow.
And they said all he has to do is make this free throw, and he's a really good free throw shooter, and he bricked it.
No way.
Yes, but he ended up getting it later. But still, that announcer's jinx, as you mentioned, 2-1 the count.
Uh-oh, almost got ourselves in a pickle over there. Did you see that? She's threatening coming home.
Yep.
But she didn't.
So 2-1 is the count to Dotson. She's the number 8 hitter. And Logan's been able to put 4 across here in this first inning. This pitch swung on and missed. And now the runner trying to get in a rundown. And that's another thing, too. The catcher did the right thing. Runner back to the base. The runner's trying to make you throw the ball, and as soon as you throw it, then she takes off for home.
Right. She's still kind of messing with her.
Yeah. Little cat and mouse game, right?
Catcher's shaking her head.
Yeah.
I ain't one to put up with this.
Yeah. So it counts 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out here in the first inning and 4 in for Logan. Collins checks her wristband and the 2-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. That'll end the inning, but Logan puts up a 4 spot. Middle of the first inning. It's 4 for Logan, and Greenbrier East coming to bat here on Video Productions.
Hey, grab me one too. again, Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. Maris Lowry here with Morgan Payne, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Alex Fink on top of the third base dugout. Is Logan Morgan able to put a 4 spot in the top half of the first inning?
Yep, Logan looked pretty good. Got some runners in. Let's see if Greenbrier East can do some answering here. I think they're definitely wanting to kind of get the mojo going, the momentum going, because that first game against Independence, they kind of want something going their way tonight. So we'll see how that goes.
First 3 batters for Greenbrier East will be Klein, the center fielder. It'll be Patrica, the right fielder, and Collins, the pitcher. As Logan scored 4 runs in that first inning, and with that 4 runs, they had a couple of hits, and there were a couple of Greenbrier East errors.
Heavy hitter trying to get the camera angle good enough for you guys.
Yeah. Well, you're part of that too, not just you guys, I guess guys and gal, right?
Right.
As Klein will lead things off, Reagan Klein. And we are ready to roll in the first pitch. Klein swings at it, hits the ball to the right side of the first baseman. That'll be unassisted right to the bag, and that'll be 1 pitch and 1 out. And I had that score sheet here somewhere. Yep, there it is. And if you can fill those in, Morgan, to tell me so I can read that, because we like to see what position on defense that Logan is. There's the first out. The thing is, there are 4 copies, and like I said, the umpires, this next pitch is swung on and foul back. The umpire gets 1 copy. The visiting coach or the opposing coach gets the 2nd copy, and then you have the head coach keeps his own copy. We get the 4th one, and I tell you, it is to nobody's fault, but it's so hard to read. It's so light, you can barely see it, and having to do it on the fly, not really familiar with some of these players. We're doing the best we can to try to get that up, as that was Adkins that made that unassisted out at first. And here's the pitch, swung on and missed. So the count's 0-2. So Lacey Patrica. And she's in the hole at 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, and that will miss for ball 1. That's one thing I've noticed. The pitchers there, Morgan, they've all checking their wristband. I guess as they're swung on and missed strike 3, I guess they have their pitches just like, you have quarterbacks in football check their wristband for plays. Yeah. They're checking their wristband for which pitch they're going to throw. There's the 2nd out. So Collins will now be the hitter. Collins, the opposing pitcher, and she'll step to the dish for Greenbrier East. Collins had a couple of hits in that loss to Independence.
Yeah.
And she'll take a pitch outside. I know you weren't here at the beginning of the game. You got here, I think, about midway through the game?
Yeah, about 1/3, yeah. Yeah, it was a close one.
Like I said, it was tied at 10 before Independence pulled away to win the game 18-10.
And Independence hadn't lost anybody in the state of West Virginia.
No.
Am I correct on that?
That is correct. Their losses are all out of state. Out of state
in the beach tournament, I believe.
Yep. 2-0 the count. Yeah, Independence believes that they can make a deep run in Class AA softball. They also feel that their baseball team, which 2 years ago were runner-up in their class, could make a deep run in baseball as well. As fouled back.
And then Logan, being 13-5, they're looking to be pretty heavy, as well. And
right, they were a state tournament team last year. In fact, I called the Logan Independence game up here last year.
Oh, really?
Yep. And the 2-1 delivery swung on. This is fouled. Count goes 2-2. Of course, Logan always known for basketball, but they're more than boys basketball. They're a Class AA school as well. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. This ball is hit down the right field line, going over, and the right fielder is able to make the catch. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down after 1. Logan with a 4-0 lead here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne. As we're going to the top of the second inning, as Logan with a 4-0 lead, it'll be the number 9, 1 and 2 hitters due up for the Lady Wildcats here in the second inning. It'll be Roselle, then back to the top of the order with Akers and Fleming. Actually, there's 2 Flemings in the Logan lineup. A Lily Fleming that will bat this inning, hits in the number 2 position, and a Miley Fleming that hits in the number 6 position. So Collins on the mound for Greenbrier East. And Roselle will be the hitter. The Logan right fielder will lead things off here in the top of the second inning. The rain has gone away, but it's still a very cool, overcast day. We're in the high 50s here in Coal City, West Virginia. Heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Alex Fink on camera. I'm Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play. 0-1 the count to Roselle. And the 0-1 delivery. Swung on. This is fouled back. 0-2. I tell you, Morgan, our producer and director, Nick Eskins, is maybe get overtime pay. He's been, I told him if I was been able to charge a toll, I'd be rich now. How many times he's done passed by me here,
Right.
is turning this and
Trying to
turning
get this
that
to
and
work
doing
and-
this and doing that. And we appreciate his efforts. We want to make it the best broadcast possible. This ball is swung on and fouled back again. 0-2 the count to Roselle. Leading things off here in the top of the second inning. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Very dreary day. You don't want to get outside, just hang on the couch, watch a little softball, right?
Yeah. 2 very good games I feel are going to be definitely today.
Yeah.
This
Well,
game and the
hopefully we end up
next.
having 3 good games,
I
right?
know, right?
As the count goes to 1-2. I know we're playing softball, but it feels more suitable for football weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's much better viewing-wise for everybody out there watching on Video Productions.
Here
Mr.
comes
Nick Eskins. Working
the
hard.
heavy hitter. The 1-2 delivery swung on. This ball's hit out into left field. Left fielder Seabold up under it and squeezes it for the first out of the inning. So we'll go back to the top of the order, and Akers got things started. She led the game off with a double and scored one of the 4 runs that Logan got in that first inning as we watch the replay of Roselle flying out to left field.
Here's the pitch.
Swung on. This ball's hit down the right field line and giving chase. It's going to be a foul ball.
Almost had it.
Yep, good hustle, just not able to get to it.
A little bit of a weird angle.
Yep. Seemed like the more she kept running the ball, just kept getting
Right.
further and further away from her glove, right? So 0-1 the count to Akers and the pitch. And that'll miss and even the count at 1-1. So when you played, Morgan, what position did you play in softball?
First base and first base only.
First and first base only. Because you have a built for someone that doesn't
Yeah.
play first base. Your body is built that way.
Yeah.
This ball
pretty
swung on and there's a base hit.
Nice
And
hit.
yes, it'll get
All the way
deep
to the
into
fence
center
line.
field. and making a turn and sliding in for her second double. Akers, so she's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. As we watch the replay.
Right over shortstop there, able to roll all the way to the fence line.
Yep.
Beautiful hit.
But yeah, Morgan, as we mentioned, with the way you're built, tall and lanky, you'd be able to stretch out right to catch that ball over on first base. You could probably still do that, right?
I don't know about all that, Maris. I don't know about all that.
Fleming will be the hitter. She reached on an error and scored a run. She lays down a bunt, and that's what she did the last time, and they threw the ball away. She was able to, or try to bunt that time, and it's a foul. Count goes 0-1.
Catcher almost got that out. Almost.
But that's one thing we saw from Logan his first inning.
A lot of bunts,
You got to be on your toes. The third baseman charging in, coming in, getting close to be able to try to field that, to charge the ball. Here comes the 0-1, squares the bunt, and that's way too high, gets over the catcher's head, and that will allow the runner to go to third. So Akers able to go to third standing up.
Counts 1-1.
Yep, 1 out. Akers the runner at third. And let's see if Fleming will square the bunt here. She does. She lays it down. That's a great bunt. They'll throw to first. They'll get the out at first, but the runner is safe at third, and that's what they call a safety squeeze. And the 5th run of the ball game for Logan. So Logan is at a 5th run. And Adkins will be the batter. Drew a base on ball and scored back in that first inning. She'll hit with 2 out, nobody on. But Logan able to hit the ball, the long ball, and also able to play the small ball by bunting as well. And that's what you have to have. A very mixture of your offense that you're able to do both. And there's ball 1 to Adkins. Adkins, the Logan first baseman. And here comes the 1-0 delivery. And that was close to hitting her, but it did not. And Morgan, that was something in that first game between Greenbrier East and Logan. We had 5. We had 5 of them. 5 girls that got hit by a pitch.
Yeah. Nothing too bad, though. Nothing too drastic, right?
Nothing too personal that wanted anybody to charge the mound or anything like that. 2-0 the count.
Just some legs and some arms here and there.
Yeah. Ball swung on, uppercutted out to center field. Forget about it. Home run.
Wow.
That was uppercutted and jacked out to deep center field as the center fielder out there
just
Reagan Klein. You could tell by her action that ball was going to leave the yard. And that was an uppercut swing, as we'll watch the replay, and a solo blast, and extends Logan's lead to 6-0 as it clears the center field fence.
Here's the replay here.
Watch this uppercut swing right here. Boom.
That's a heck of a drive.
Yep, and the park's not going to hold it. And like I said, when the minute I saw that Reagan Klein she didn't even run. She like turned around and just,
right?
It's like, the park's not holding that one.
I don't know what you want me to do about it, Coach. Like, I can't do nothing about that one.
Unless you want me to jump the fence, right?
I ain't Superwoman.
Nope. As Birchfield will be the hitter. She doubled and scored back in the first inning. And Logan off to a great start as they put up a 6th spot here. They put up 4 in the first, and they've got 2 already here in the second inning.
And Greenbrier East has 1 more out to go.
Yeah, it's 2 outs. As Birchfield getting, I'm not sure what's the holdup, maybe getting instructions from her coach, and now she'll step in to the right-hand side of the plate.
I think this is Ashlyn Brumfield. Is that correct? Brumfield? Yeah.
Birchfield?
Brumfield. Yeah, I can fix it for you.
Okay, if you'll fix that for me. It's hard to see that in the right, and I apologize for that. Ball 1. We want to make sure we get names correct, but I'll tell you, this was done really on the fly. And you can,
right.
And if most people could see this score sheet, they'd probably want to know how we even do what we're doing. But we appreciate everything the coaches do to make the broadcast as best as we can. Swung on, this ball's hit out into shallow left. The shortstop goes back and can't make the play. That ball will fall in, and Greenbrier East is not able to make that play. And we'll score that a hit.
Here's the replay here. She definitely
Let's
pops it high.
Yeah.
I think a little bit awkward positioning for
Yeah.
shortstop. Kind of in between shortstop.
Yeah, in between and the left fielder,
left field,
right.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier, obviously, to come in than it is to go
Right,
back. But that was going to be a tough play for the left field. That'll be a hit all the way. And Conley will now be the hitter. She struck out back in the first inning. She's 0 for 1.
We got number 23, Ryland Lambert, coming in to be a
Courtesy
courtesy
run?
runner.
Yep. So did they have that back when you played?
Yeah,
They
they
did?
did. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Called it a pinch runner, though, I think.
Well, you have pinch runners. See, pinch runner, and I'll get to this thought in a minute. As I said, if they had a pinch runner, I was under the impression if you pinch run, then you cannot go back in the game. But a courtesy runner, you run for the pitcher or the catcher.
Okay.
So
See,
I have learned I have learned that through calling these games over the years.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And anytime as it counts 2-0, anytime you outside of a Major League Baseball game, when you go to college or high, so all the rules vary and they're different, and they're different from state to state. So
right, for sure.
that's just I wish they had the universal rules all the way through. Like a lot of sports rules you have in high school is not the same as college or in the professional level. As that pitch is high, 3-0 the count. If Conley can keep it alive, Fleming would hit next. But Logan, with 4 in the first, already scored 2 here in the second. Here's the pitch. And taking all the way for ball 4. So Logan, 2-1. And Fleming reached on an error her first time up.
Greenbrier East coach just wanting a little chat.
Yep. Collins, who's the pitcher for Greenbrier, she started in the first game.
Right.
And then
they had to switch.
Yeah, had to switch. Actually, they used 3 pitchers. Both teams used 3 pitchers in that first game. And to my knowledge, and I think this is correct, you are allowed 14 innings a week to pitch. But it looks like Greenbrier East, I'm not sure if they're going to make a pitching change right here or not, as they're having a meeting on the mound with the infielders. But I'm sure Greenbrier East, they think right now at this juncture of the game, you're down 6-0.
Right.
And they've got 2 on, 2 out. You don't want the game to get away from you, this early in the game.
Absolutely.
Because they have I believe it's an 8-run rule through the third inning.
Yeah.
And, with 2 on and 2 out, this is a very important time. And they're going to make a pitching change as Weichel will come in. We'll take a quick break while they have the pitching change. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Pitching change brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road and Beckley every Friday and Saturday night. Futuristic bowling, 10 to 12:15 in Morgan. If you were to do that, that's not past your curfew, is it?
A little bit.
No, you're too young.
Just
what are
while
you
I'm
talking
teaching.
about?
In the summertime, we'll be there.
Yeah, you probably don't want to. Well, they only have it on the weekend, so therefore you don't have to worry about teaching the following day.
That's right.
All right, so Weichel will be the new pitcher, and this ball is slap foul as Fleming will be the batter. It's 0-1, and like I said, Greenbrier East down 6-0. This is a big juncture in the game with 2 out and 2 on. I feel they got to try to keep it at where it is and not dig too big of a hole because, obviously Logan's a really good team and trying to catch up if you dig this big of a hole for yourself. This ball swung on. This ball's hit to the right side. It'll get through into center field for a hit, yes. And that will plate another run. That will be an RBI single for Fleming, and that takes the lead to 7-0. So a touchdown and an extra point for Logan, and they take a 7-0 lead. Put a little football into it because we got football weather, so we can say touchdown,
football
extra
score.
point, 7-0. That's right, football score. as Setzer will be the batter. Grounded out back to the pitcher her first time up, and she gets hit by a pitch. And now the bases are loaded.
Wow, so if they get a home run here, I mean, or even just bring one in, that would be the game, correct?
Well, no, because I think East would have to bat.
Okay, they
in
get
the
one
third
chance
inning.
at bat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right.
They have to have at least three at bats. But this will be the ninth hitter to bat in this inning, as Dotson will be the hitter. She struck out back in the first inning. As Weichel's ready in the pitch, swung on. This ball is hit, and this should be playable. The center fielder comes up under it, makes the catch, as that is Reagan Klein in center field. But 3 more runs cross the plate for Logan. We're in the middle of the second inning. A football score, 7-0. Logan leads East. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the Logan Wildcats are flexing their muscles, Morgan, as they put a 4 spot in the first and a 3 spot in the second. And Greenbrier East going to have to get busy as the Spartans trail 7-0. As Greenbrier East comes to hit here in the home half of inning number 2, it'll be the middle of the order up. The number 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. It'll be Heather, Bundy, and Seabold. And there's a called strike.
Her face looks like that. Did not look like a strike to me coming down the line.
Well, Heaster, who's batting now, she hit a home run against Independence, and Bundy, who's on deck, also hit a home run. Both of them went yard.
Potential.
Both of them went yard in that first game. It counts 1-1. Haley Heaster, Campbell Bundy, and Natalie Seabold, the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here in the bottom of the second inning for Greenbrier East.
Counts 1-1.
And checking the wrist, the Logan pitcher. And here comes the pitch. That bounces up to the plate.
Pitcher having a reset here just a little bit. Get calmed down. Here's the pitch.
The 2-1 offering. And 3-1. And, Greenbrier East went 1, 2, 3 in the first. They definitely need base runners, however they can get on.
Right.
As Easter leads things off in the second. And the pitch. Swung on. That ball's hit to the shortstop. And they go across the diamond for the out. So 1 up and 1 down here in the Greenbrier East second inning, and Campbell Bundy will be the batter. And like I said, she hit a solo home run in the first game against Independence. So got the capability of going yard. Bundy, the Greenbrier East catcher. Takes a called strike, 0-1.
Good pitch.
So, if it stays just the way it is right now, weather-wise, that would be fine,
Yeah.
A little overcast, a little cloudy. The players are probably glad it's not a really hot day like we had last week.
Yeah.
This pitch is swung on and missed. Of course, the game that you did with me back earlier, it was on April the 15th. That was the hottest day on record for April 15th in Beckley.
That's right.
It was almost 90 degrees that
for a day in
evening.
April like
yes,
that,
Yes. And then last Saturday, this ball swung on and missed. The catcher misses the third strike. The batter will advance to first. And that's another thing about baseball and softball. You can strike out and still get on base. So that goes as a strikeout, but Bundy able to reach because the catcher can't handle and really couldn't find it.
It looked like she kind of lost location of the ball.
And I say those are kind of quirky rules, just like in baseball. If you hit the foul ball, it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit the foul pole, rather.
Right.
Foul pole, not the foul ball. Foul pole, it's fair.
So Greenbrier East able to get one on base. Here's the pitch.
Yep, see, Bowl will hit it up. It's in the infield. It's playable. Third baseman comes up under it and squeezes it for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 down. And Totten, the shortstop for Greenbrier East, will now be the batter. Paige Totten. And Totten had a really good game against Independence.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Totten had 3 hits. 3 of her 4 plate appearances were hits for her and East in that first game. She takes a called strike. Snap throw down to first, runner back in. Home half of the second, 7-0 the lead for Logan. And here's the pitch to Totten. And that will miss, and the count will even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Logan's got 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
And that will miss for ball 2.
Just a little low.
So after this, Greenbrier East will head back to Lewisburg, Fairleigh, and then Logan Independence for the final game of the day. It's a nice event that Independence put on here. As this ball's a comebacker to the pitcher, knocked down. Pitcher picks it up and does not have time. You know, I think that's the one thing you have to know, that you have time when the ball's a comebacker like that. That's going to be a hit.
Right.
Is Totten able to put the bat on the ball?
Here's the replay. Makes good contact.
Yep.
I think the pitcher thought it was going past her at first.
Yep. Well, the one thing is, I think because the bases are only 60 feet, when you knock it down, they panic like they have to hurry. But if you take your time, you still got time to make the play. As this ball is, Roberts is the hitter, and the ball is fouled out of play down the first baseline, 0-1 the count. So he's got a couple of runners on with 2 down. And the pitch. And that'll miss to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaylee Roberts, the batter. She can keep things alive, and Norma Ambler would hit next. Roberts, the Greenbrier East second baseman. And here comes the 1-1. And that'll miss. Snap throw down to third, and that's over the third baseman's head into the left field. That'll be an error, and that'll allow Greenbrier East to score a run. And actually, you know, Morgan, if you remember, the run that scored struck out, but got to first.
She sure did.
And now able to come around and score, and that's an error on the catcher. And that's something, you know, you think it probably drive coaches crazy. You're up 7-0. Don't even worry about the runner. You got 2 outs. Just try to get the batter out.
Right. Yeah, focus on what you need to be focusing on, but.
Yeah, I guess that's why I don't coach, Morgan, because what little hair I have left, I've already lost my mind. But really, I think that is the reason why I don't coach, because you think, you know, like, what are you doing out there, right? You got 2 outs. You don't need to do that. You don't need to try to make that play. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on. This ball is hit down the first base line. And
first baseman got it.
First baseman makes the play unassisted. But Greenbrier East does get on the board. We've played 2 innings. Logan with a 7-1 lead here on Video Productions.
Hey, grab me 1 too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Coal City, West Virginia, it's a 7-1 lead for Logan as we go to the top half of the third inning.
A little bit of a windy day, but I'm glad the rain has held off.
So leading things off for Logan, we'll start at the bottom of the order. It'll be the number 9 hitter, Roselle, and then back to the top of the order with Akers and Fleming. So Roselle leads things off, and the pitch is ball 1. Roselle, the left fielder for Logan. Weichel in relief on the mound for Collins for Greenbrier East. This pitch is swung on and fouled. The count evens to 1 ball, 1 strike. Roselle, Akers, and Fleming, 9, 1, and 2, due up here in the third inning for the Logan Wildcats.
Pitcher's checking to see what she wants to do right here. Here's the pitch.
And that 1-1 will miss and make it 2-1. But as we get toward the end of April into May, postseason, Morgan, right around the corner for all of these teams.
Right.
And the 2-1 delivery. Swung on. This ball's hit to the left side of the field over to the third baseman. And they make the throw for the out.
That was a tough little throw for first base to catch. It's kind of low on base, right in front of right field there.
Well, I hesitated because where we're at, I really couldn't see.
I could see
I couldn't see whether the ball fell in or not. So I was watching her action when she got to first base. But she's 3 for 3 as Fleming will be the hitter. Fleming's 0 for 2, but she did reach on a error in the first and scored. And she squares the bunt and takes ball 1. And the throw down to second will not be in time to get Akers. So Akers puts herself in scoring position.
She kind of had like an awkward slide there.
Yep. Got a face full of dirt.
Seems to be okay, though.
Yep. But you're right, kind of a little awkward slide. She's telling the umpire she's okay.
Shaking up a little bit.
So 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 pitch squares the bunt, and that's a foul, and the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 the count with 1 out and runner on. Fleming wanting time to dig in. Turns around, squares the bunt, and not able to be successful at it. And count goes to 1-2. So Fleming in the hole 1-2. And of course, I wouldn't think that she would try to bunt because, if you bunt it foul on the second strike, it's a strikeout, it's a third strike. You got to really be confident in your player.
Bunt's gonna be,
that you're going to put it in
line.
Fair ground, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the pitch. And that will miss.
So it counts now at 2-2. 1 out.
Logan with a 7-1 lead. Scoring 4 in the first and 3 in the second. East got their lone run in the bottom of the second. We're in the top of the third now. And the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back out of play. Yeah, not squaring the bunt there. With 2 strikes, you got to protect the plate and be swinging now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go all out on this one.
So the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lily Fleming. And the 2-2. And that will miss, and the count will go full. So we're ready for the payoff pitch, and here it comes. Swung on. This ball's hit to left field. Left fielder coming over, and Seabold able to make the catch. That was in fair ground, and that will be the second out of the inning.
That was a great job from left fielder for Greenbrier East.
Yeah, Seabold.
Yep, Seabold.
Yep. So now Atkins will be the hitter, and she drew a walk, scored in the first, and homered her last time up with this amazing uppercut swing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes. So 1-0 count, but yeah, she hit that ball, and the center fielder Klein didn't even. She just like give her a crick in her neck, just turned around, knew the ball was gone, didn't even have a chance to even want to try to chase that, and knew you couldn't get it. That misses off the plate. 2-0. And it comes the 2-0 pitch to Atkins. And that'll miss for ball 3. I would say Weichel pitching her very carefully.
Yeah, don't blame her either.
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to get her to reach for something that.
Yeah, and of course with first base open, you don't mind. I guess Walker intentionally Walker. That one's right over the plate, right down Main Street, taking all the way there. Count 3-1. Now, Atkins, with the power she showed she has, now you're in her wheelhouse at 3-1. You got to make a good pitch here. And the 3-1 offering. Swung on and missed. Big cut and a nice pitch by Weichel. 3-2 the count. So we'll have the payoff pitch as Weichel's battled back from 3-0 to get the count full.
This will be a big one, no matter which way it goes.
Yep, and here it comes. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll end the Logan inning. We're in the middle of the third. 7-1 Logan over Greenbrier East. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
Back here at Coal City, West Virginia, Independence High School, as we go to the bottom of the third inning, Logan in front of Greenbrier East 7-1. We'll have one more game that will follow this. This is the middle of 3 games, and it'll be Independence against Logan. Independence has already defeated Greenbrier East, beat them 18-10. That game was the noon game, and this is a 2 o'clock game that started real about 2:40. As the first game, we figure with 28 total runs scored, Morgan, it was going to take longer than 2 hours away. Plus, we had a little rain delay in there as well. Mm-hmm. So when you add all that up, but they got lights here, and we got all day, all night to play it, and we got Independence, and they will take on Logan after this game.
And we're told that the rain is supposed to stay away for the rest of the evening. Maybe some squalls here and there, but nothing too detrimental to.
Right. We can get you out there, Morgan. You can do an anti-rain dance and keep it from raining.
Think that's what I'm going to do?
Yeah, you can do that.
What I'm not going to do.
You could do that.
Why
I got
go
confidence because it only works for females.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. As we get ready to start the bottom half of the third inning. And leading things off for Greenbrier East will be Norma Ambler. She's the number 9 hitter. It'll be the number 9 hitter, 1 and 2 due up for the Lady Spartans here in the third inning. 7-1 the lead for Logan. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And that will miss, and even at 1 ball and 1 strike. But, that's the thing, Morgan, with spring sports in West Virginia, whether it be baseball, softball, track, any of this stuff, you just never know April what you're going to get. We could get great sunny days like we had the last time you worked with me. Mm-hmm. We could get rain. We could even get snow, perhaps. This ball is fouled back. I mean, I've seen it snow all the way up into the 1st of May before.
Yeah.
So you just never know what you're going to get.
It snowed on our wedding day in April.
Yeah, hopefully that's not a curse. I said,
I
hopefully
don't
it's
know.
not.
I've heard. I guess rain or snow is a good thing.
Well, I don't know. I guess your husband's put up with you for 1 year already, so
Yeah.
I guess he's ready to keep you for at least another year, right?
I would hope. I would
As the
hope.
pitch swung on, and that ball's hit to the third baseman. That's a fair ball to throw across the diamond.
Nice line drive she's able to
Is
get
not in
on
time.
the second.
So that's going to be a hit and an error. That hit because she beat it out, and the error on the throw.
Yeah, that throw was just a little bit too high for Logan's first baseman, but able to ultimately get it in enough to where she couldn't go to third.
This will bring Klein to the dish. Klein, the leadoff hitter. She grounded out to the first baseman in her only other time at the plate back in the first inning. And the pitch, ball one. And the 1-0. Swung on, this ball is hit, and it's fouled back out of play behind the Logan dugout.
Counts 1-1. Greenbrier East hoping to get something started here. You got one on second. 1-1 count.
And the 1-1 offering coming to Klein. Swung on, hit foul right in front of the Greenbrier East dugout. Count goes to 1-2. But, you know, Morgan, hopefully that is the case where, like I said, weather-wise, if it stays just the way it is, overcast, and no more rain, we should be good the rest of the day.
Here's the pitch.
And here it comes, 1-2 on its way. Swung on, that ball's hit to the right side, and that's going to be to the first
Snagged
baseman.
by first base.
Unassisted for the out. The other runner there, Ambler, able to go to third. So there's the first out of the Greenbrier East inning.
That was a very good snag.
And Petrigla will now be the batter. Ball one. Lacey Petrigla struck out her first at bat back in the first inning. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count evens at 1-1 strike.
She wanted that one.
Yep.
I could tell by the swing she wanted that one.
And the 1-1 pitch. Over for a called strike. The count goes to 1-2. And the 1-2 on its way. Swung on and missed, strike three. So that's the second out of the inning. And Kenna Collins will now be the batter. So Collins 0 for 1. She flied out to right field. Her only other time at bat back in the first inning. 2 down, the runner at third. And the pitch to Collins, called strike. Collins started the game in the circle, and then she was relieved for Weichel. She started also the 18-10 loss to Independence in the noon game. So Collins in the 0-1 hole, and here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. The count goes to 0-2. We got Logan and Independence will follow the conclusion of this game, probably about 15 minutes in between the end of this one and the start of that Logan Independence game.
I think that'll be a good one, too.
Yep. So Collins in the hole at 0-2. And here comes the pitch. And that'll miss and make the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. This ball's hit down the right field line. The right fielder able to go over and make the catch. Actually, not really down the line. It's hard for me to see here.
Yeah.
But it was
almost to the fence line.
And that will end the inning. So we played 3 innings of softball here. It's 7-1 Logan. We'll be right back on Video Productions.
Asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
And we welcome you back to Video Productions. We've got Greenbrier East just running through some routine here, fielding, kind of getting meeting at the mound going on before Logan is up to bat. We've got number 7 for Logan. That'll be Miss Ashlyn Brumfield, ready to go at bat and maybe get some more points on the board for the Logan Wildcats. They lead 7-1. We're at the top of the 4th inning.
2-3 innings, Morgan. 7 runs, 6 hits for Logan. A run and 2 hits for Greenbrier East. Your line score brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Check out their full family restaurant during the week and futuristic bowling on Friday and Saturday. So as we go to the top half of the 4th inning, it'll be Brumfield to lead things off. And takes ball 1. And Weichel with the pitch. And that will miss for ball 2. The number 4, 5, and 6 hitters here for Logan: Brumfield, Conley, and Fleming. And Brumfield has got a couple of hits and scored twice, 2 for 2. And that will miss for ball 3. So a overcast day in the high 50s here now here in Coal City. As Logan bats in the top of the 4th inning, leading 7-1, and there's a 4-pitch walk. And Brumfield was on base for the 3rd time. So the leadoff man aboard, and I guess it's still correct, even though I know this is girls, to say the leadoff man, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got a courtesy runner coming in.
So Conley will be the hitter. Struck out in the 1st, drew a walk in the 2nd.
Kaylee Coleman, number 19 for Logan, coming in to be courtesy runner for the Wildcats on first base for Brumfield.
Yep, and you can do that for pitcher and catcher. Of course, Brumfield the catcher. So like I said, it'll be Shay Conley the hitter. And the pitch swung on. This ball's hit to the right side, and that's going to fall in. That's a hit, and that's going to be a stand-up double. And that'll put runners at 3rd and 2nd. Catcher missed the ball, but the young lady there at 3rd fell down for Logan.
Yep. I think she was trying to like intercut the bag and just kind of maybe tweaked her ankle just a little bit.
Yeah, that was the courtesy runner. So now Logan in business, 3rd and 2nd, nobody out, and Fleming will be the batter.
I think she was wanting to come home, but I think she just kind of awkwardly fell and wasn't able to make it, so they just said stay at 3rd, stay at 3rd.
Yeah, you don't want to take a chance, getting that first out at the plate. You never want to make the first or the last out at the plate. As Fleming will be the hitter, she squares to bunt, and that's fouled. But Fleming reached on an air and got a hit. She's 1 for 2. But she's been very effective trying to lay that bunt down. Sometimes I think when she is trying to lay that bunt down, Morgan, she's laying the bunt down for a hit, not necessarily to sacrifice or anything like that, but for a hit. Yeah, she squares the bunt and takes a called strike. Now she's in the hole 1 and 2, and probably they'll take the bunt off. Actually 0 and 2, I beg your pardon. in the 0-2. Swung on. This ball is in the gap, and she goes the opposite way, and that will play 1 run as the ball was cut off deep in the gap there by the left fielder Seabold, but that's an RBI single and another run for Logan, and they take an 8-1 lead.
That was a great hit. Here's the replay. Nice spot right in the middle of shortstop and left field.
Yep, able to go the opposite way.
Bringing a runner in.
A lot of good contact there for the RBI single. Sester will now be the batter. She squares the bunt and takes ball 1. So Logan's got runners at third and second. It's now Fleming took second. This ball is fouled out of play. So 2 runners in scoring position. And Logan trying to get this game over early so they can move on with Independence, which for most people tuning in right now, they're thinking that game's going to start right now at 4:02. We're still running a little bit behind as this ball is hit on the right side. And that ball is a fair ball. He gets in. That will plate 2 more runs, as that will be a double. And that will take the lead to 10-1. So a 3 spot here in this 4th inning. And still nobody out, and a 10-1 lead. And all 3 batters, Morgan, the first 3 that have came, this is the 5th batter. The first 3 that came up all got on and all scored. As Dotson's the hitter now. She struck out back in the first, flied out in the second. She's 0 for 2.
I think she was wanting a ball called, but I think the ball accidentally hit her bat, and so they had to call it a strike.
Yep, 0-1 the count. But Logan with 4 in the first and 3 in each the second and 3 here in the 4th. And they're still looking for more here in this 4th inning.
They got 3 more outs to give.
with nobody out. And they've opened a 10-1 lead, squaring the bunt, and that hit her.
Yeah, it sure did.
And, that's one we talked about. I said earlier, we've seen that more today than I think I can see in most time.
I don't think – did anyone get hit when we watched Beckley?
I don't recall, but it's just like it's been abundance here today.
Yeah.
So now it'll be Rosewell will be the hitter. We're to the bottom of the order, the number 9 hitter. And Rosewell 0 for 2. And she'll square the bunt and lay it down. That's a nice bunt. Only plays to first. They make the throw to first for the out, but they move the runners up. That's a sacrifice, and that will not count as an at-bat. And that's another kind of quirky thing with baseball. Sacrifices don't count as at-bats. And Akers will now be the hitter. And, boy, she's 3 for 3. 2 doubles, a single, scored twice.
I think Greenbrier East is wanting to talk it over
Yeah, I think so, because you got Akers. Like I said, she's been a hitting machine. And Greenbrier East wants to come and discuss, how to pitch her. And I would say very carefully.
Yeah.
That's how I would approach that. It's 10-1. And to have any chance to kind of win the game, you got to hold Logan here. You can't give up any more runs. Because if they're able to get this to 10 or more, then East would have to get it under 10, get it to 9 to keep the game going in the bottom half of the inning. And Weichel on the mound, just 1 out. As Akers, like I said, she's had the hot bat, 3 for 3. 2 doubles, a single, scored twice. Takes ball 1. She's the table setter. That's why she's the leadoff hitter.
And she's Logan's 3rd baseman, correct?
That is correct.
Here's the pitch.
And swung on. This ball's hit to the right side. And the right fielder cannot make a play on it. And that's going to plate a couple of runs. And you'll have to help me out because I couldn't see the play because of where I'm at.
It was just kind of like awkward in the air. Pretty high ball, almost to the fence line. Here's the replay.
Yeah, see if it's going to be a hit or an error.
I think she just was too far up, almost a little bit, had to back up.
That's going to be a hit. That's her 4th hit for Akers and her 3rd double. And they've extended to a 12-1 lead.
Greenbrier East with only 1 out.
Yep, a 5 spot here in the inning. for Logan, and Fleming will be the hitter. And she'll probably square the bunt, as she does. Misses the attempt, 0-1. But Logan, one thing about it, Morgan, you've got your defense. You really got to be back on your heels. They got girls that can hit.
Mm-hmm.
They got girls that can leave the park.
Yeah.
They got girls that can hit that leave the park, or slap hits, or they can bunt.
Yeah.
You've really got to be able to field it, and you got to really be on your toes when you're in the field against this team.
Absolutely. I bet Independence is eager to get out there
Yeah.
for sure against them. Because I think they have some very similar aspects
Yes.
to them.
Yes, both teams with hitters up and down the lineup. A 4-run first for Logan, a 3-run second. And they've laid 5 runs across and just 1 out as there's a foul ball. Fleming not able to get that bunt down. The count goes to 0-2. But at the conclusion of this game, we'll have probably about 15 minutes in between the end of this one and the start of the next one. So I've been here at the ballpark since 11 o'clock. Full day of softball on this 25th day of April. 0-2 the count to Fleming, and the pitch swung on. This ball's hit. The third baseman comes over and makes a nice play for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down, the 9th batter of this inning will be Adkins. And Adkins drew a walk, scored, solo home run, and struck out.
A little bit of everything here.
Yep. She takes a cut at that one and fouls it off. But Logan, with this 11-run lead, if they were to hold Greenbrier East in the bottom of the 4th inning, that would be the ball game. The 10-run rule would be in effect. And here comes the pitch. Called strike, 0-2. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, sorry. Atkins has just had a really good game. I mean, on the field as well. She's had a really couple great snags at first base for Logan and some key plays that have been made. And she had that home
big
run
uppercut
from
home
earlier.
run,
Yeah.
yes.
So she could very well do something like that again.
Swung on a missed strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But a 5 spot for Logan in the 4th. We're in the middle of the 4th inning, and it's 12-1 Logan. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, it's a 12-1 lead, Morgan, for Logan, and if my math is correct, even though I know you teach West Virginia history, I also know you're good at math, correct? Most women are.
I mean, we'll see.
Well, when it comes to spending, right?
Oh,
and that's right. And you know,
heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter and I were on the same page with that.
Heavy hitter, heavy spender.
Yes, heavy hitter was doing his hands like when it comes to spending, women know. And that's why you know math. But what I'm getting at, Morgan, it's 11-run lead, and if Logan
I can do that math.
3 outs before Greenbrier East can score 2 runs, the ball game would be over.
Right.
And it will be Easter will lead things off for Greenbrier East. But Nick and I was on the same page with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ball 1. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. As Heaster, the number 4 batter, to be Heaster, Bundy, and Siebel. 4, 5, and 6 new up. Ball swung on, hit to the third baseman. That's going to be fumbled, and the throw is going to be in time.
Yeah, she got it.
Got
kind of stumbled at first, but able to relocate. And
good job by Akers as we watched the replay. She fumbled it, but she had enough time and makes a strike across the diamond for the first out of the inning.
So one out.
Yep, one down, and Bundy will be the hitter. She scored the only run. She actually struck out, and then the catcher missed the ball, and she got on base and came around and scored. She laces a hit to center field, and the center fielder able to make a great catch, and that's 2 up and 2 down.
Great job from Logan, center fielder.
Yep, center fielder for Logan.
That would be
Dotson?
Addie Dotson.
Yep.
Yeah, great job by that young lady.
So if I am correct, that Greenbrier East down to the final out by being down 11 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch to Seabold, and that misses for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed, and 0-2 the count. I beg your pardon, it's 1-1. And the 1-1 offering. Swung on, that ball's hit foul. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Natalie Seabold. And a 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And let's see if we are correct, if that's the game, or maybe they might have to go another half inning. The umpires, I'm not sure if that's the case, but it looks like we're going to play on as we've played 4 innings. It's 12-1 is the lead for Logan after 4 here on Video Productions.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World at Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy-efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World at Beckley. New year, new view with energy-efficient windows from Window World at Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
For your free in-home estimate.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun.
All right, we now got the official word of because these rules change so much, and we'll get in that in just a minute, as the first pitch here of the 5th inning is ball 1, and that is Brumfield. And she scored 3 times, got 2 hits and walked. But Greenbrier East is going to be able to bat regardless, and if East doesn't get this lead down anymore, this will be the final inning because they have a 15-run rule, and they also have a 10-run rule, which I don't understand none of that. Because if they get up, say they score 4 times, Logan, go up 16-1, he's still going to bat.
Right.
And even if they don't score and it's 12-1, he's still going to bat.
Right.
So that's why I don't understand it. Do you?
No. But
well,
here we are.
You're honest about it, right?
That's why we're in here and not out there.
That's right, because I just tell you, if I don't know, I'm not going to act like I know. I just tell you, I don't know. You know, when someone comes and tells me the game's over, that's when I know the game is over, right? Is there's a 4-pitch walk. And I'll tell you what, a day so far for Ashley Brumfield is she's on base for the 4th time. And she scored the 3 previous times. As now Conley will be the hitter. Conley doubled and scored her last time up. Struck out in the first, drew a base on ball in the second. Like I said, got a double and scored last time up. 12-1 Logan lead here in the top half of the 5th inning. And Weichel's delivery swung on. That ball's foul out of play. Shay Conley.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
And here it comes. Swung on. This ball is hit into the outfield. That will get down, and that will get all the way to the wall. And that's going to be a long single and then turn into a double, as Logan will have now runners at third and second and nobody out. So that's the second hit of the ball game for Conley, and Fleming will be the hitter. She's got 2 hits. She's 2 for 3, scored a run. And now we're going to have a pitching change for Greenbrier East. And let's see who we got in there. This young lady pitched in the first game. Trying to see who that is.
It's number 6.
Yeah, I got it on here
Greenbrier
somewhere.
East.
While she warms up, we'll take a break and figure out who it is when we come back here on Video Productions.
Pre-owned auto sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better...
Maddie Willman will be the new pitcher for Greenbrier East. She pitched in that first game a little bit against Independence, and she's trying to get East. And let's see if she'll try to lay down a bunt. And she does. She squares. And let's see if she'll try to lay down a bunt. And she does. She squares, and it's ball 1. And I'm sure if you're Logan, you want to be able to get the game over as quick as possible. So you want to, get as big as lead as you can, and then get yourself ready for Independence. And that will be in about 15 minutes at the conclusion of this game. Here's the pitch, and that's ball 2. But I was impressed with this Logan team a year ago. They made it to the state tournament. They didn't win it, but
Do you remember who they lost to?
I don't. You're asking me to go back, really go back as that pitch gets away from the catcher. You're asking me to really, really get back and remember that. Ask me something that happened 50 years ago, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But that I don't remember. But I think they have a really good chance to win the AA state title this year. There are a lot of other good teams that will be there.
As well as Independence, for sure.
Possibility. Other teams will have something to say about that. There's a base on ball, so they got them loaded. And that will bring Setzer to the plate. She doubled and scored last time up.
Bases loaded.
Yep, nobody out. An 11-run lead for Logan here in the 5th inning. We have a courtesy runner. Let's see who you got there, number 33, Morgan, if you got a 33, if you can read that.
Kinley Tomlin. We got Miss Lena Setzer up to bat.
Yep. Setzer ready, the left fielder. 1 for 3, scored a run, and the pitch. There's a called strike. Maddie Weldman, the pitcher for Greenbrier East, the third pitcher that Greenbrier East has used in this one. They used 3 in the last game, the same 3 in this game as well. This ball swung on. That ball was hit down the right field line. Fair ball. It's plate 1, going to plate 2, and going to clean the bases. And that is a 3-run double, and Logan has blown this game open to a 15-1 lead.
That was a great hit by Miss Setzer. Looked almost it was going foul, but then it stayed in field.
So Dotson will be the hitter. She was hit by a pitch, scored a run last time up. She struck out in the first, flied out in the third. And this ball is popped up in the infield. Shortstop comes in, squeezes it for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, and Roselle will be the hitter. But Logan has flexed its muscles. A 4-run first, 3-run second, 5-run fourth, and now a 3-run fifth. And they lead 15-1. There's a big cut and a miss. So, they talk about the 10-run rule and the 15-run rule. Like I said, that really, I guess, is kind of moot because no matter what happens here, Greenbrier East is going to get an opportunity to bat and try to get within.
With this 5.
Well, they got to get with at least within 9 runs if they're going to keep the game going. And the count's 1 ball, 1 strike, just 1 out. And the pitch. That will miss for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. And the 2-1. That's ball 3 to Roselle. She's the number 9 batter in the Logan order. And Journey Akers waits to hit on deck, and Akers has had quite an afternoon.
Yes,
She's
she
already
has.
4 for 4 with 3 doubles and scored twice. And the pitch. And now they will get to Miss Akers because that's a base on ball. So runners at first and second. And only 1 out. And like I said, Akers doubled and scored in the first, doubled and scored in the second. Got a single in the third and a double in the fourth. As that ball gets past the catcher, and both runners advance. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Called strike. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think she thought that one was coming a little bit more on the
Yeah,
inside.
thought she was a little inside, yeah. 1-1, that almost hit her. It's 2-1. When Greenbrier East comes to bat in the bottom of the inning, it'll be the bottom of the order up. Totten, Roberts, and Ambler, 7, 8, and 9 due up. As the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there's 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes the count, and the pitch. Swung on, that ball is hit foul. She's way out in front of that. So 2-2 the count. And the 2-2 pitch. And that'll be just outside. The count goes full. So you got runners at third and second. 1 out. And here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on, that ball is laced foul. So we'll redo the full count.
Only 1 out for Greenbrier
Yep,
East.
for Logan, rather. And the pitch. And that will miss for ball 4.
Bases loaded.
So they'll load them up again. Second walk, actually the third walk in the inning. And Fleming will be the batter.
Fleming's had.
Fleming reached on an error,
Yep.
scored, and then she is, actually she's 0 for 4.
Let's see if she can change that right here. Coming up to bat next.
We might have a change. It might be a different batter. And I think we have a new batter. We have to wait till the young lady turns around to see the number because they don't bother to tell us. And I'm not complaining, just stating the fact. And the umpire, I'm sure, as long as he has it correct, but I was trying to see who the new batter is. We'll have to find this Logan roster and see who this young lady is. I can't see the number. You have to help me out a little bit there, Morgan. Here comes the pitch. And that's in tight for ball 1. She turns around, 23 maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking Rylan Lambert.
So Lambert she'll bat for the first time. And the pitch. and that will miss for ball 2. So 2-0 the count to Lambert. Bases loaded, 1 out, and there's a called strike. And the 2-1. That'll miss to make it 3-1. So 3-1 the count. And nowhere to put Lambert with the bases loaded. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. The count will go full to 3-2. Wellman ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So that's the second out of the inning. And the 9th hitter, Atkins, will come to the dish.
She's had 2 strikeouts and then 2.
She's had she had a home run.
Right.
She reached on a walk, scored, had a home run, and then she struck out her last 2 plate appearances.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a called strike there, 0-1. But she bats now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 3 runs in, a 15-1 Logan lead. Wellman on the mount on the circle, and there's a called strike. I always want to call it the mound. I know it's the circle. It's not a mound. Baseball has a mound. That's flat. That's a circle. So 0-2 the count to Atkins. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. A little late on the swing that time. Just enough to get a piece of it. But Greenbrier East will have to get 5 runs if they're to keep this game going, if they get out of this inning right here.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. This ball is hit to left field and
caught.
It is caught, and that will end the inning. But 3 more runs cross the dish for Logan. It's a 15-1 lead for Logan in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Pre-owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
At Access Health, many of our physicians begin their journey here. They trained with us, grew with us, and chose to stay. Because Access Health isn't just where their careers began, it's where they found home. Here, caring means more than medicine. It's knowing your patients and being part of their lives. They've grown with Access Health and with the community that welcomed them. What sets Access Health apart isn't just the care we give, it's the people who grow with us and the community we call home. Access Health. When the need grows, so do we.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia. Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Alex Fink on camera. 15-1 the lead for Logan. And Greenbrier East is to keep this game going. They've got to cut this lead to at least 15-6. So if my math is correct, Morgan, they got to get 5 runs.
Good job.
If my math is correct, which I think it is. And it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for Greenbrier East, 7, 8, and 9. It'll be Totten, Roberts, and Ambler due up for the Lady Spartans.
How are their batting averages?
So Paige Totten's got a hit in her only other plate appearance in the 2nd inning. And she stands in there from the right-hand side of the plate. We're ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But Logan, 4 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 5 in the 4th, 3 in the top of this 5th inning. And Greenbrier East's lone run actually was an unearned run.
Mm-hmm.
It came in the 2nd inning. But Logan has flexed their muscles here this afternoon. And
definitely have shown that they have been a team to
yes, they
worry
got a team
about.
to be reckoned with. That's correct. And trying to get this win, and then it'll be about a 15-minute break, and then them and Independence, and we should be in for a really, really clash of a game. Independence beat Greenbrier East in the noon game. That was 18-10. Of course, we did a little rain delay in there as well. That's why we're running a little bit late.
And the whole time they weren't up, the whole time. Like, there was kind of back and forth there for a little bit.
Right. Well, Independence had a lead.
Right.
And then it was like 8-1, and then the game was tied at 10, and then a big 8-run inning there for Independence. And they were able to pull out, win the game 18-10 in 6 innings. Ball won the count to Totten. As we're in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Counts 0-2.
Yep. Conclusion of this game will be about 15 minutes in between. Then we'll have Logan and Independence to follow. And here comes the pitch. Swung on. That ball's hit right in front of the plate. It's going to be a tough play, and I don't think they're going to be able to get Amblin. They won't, and that'll be the second hit for Greenbrier East. And that'll keep the game alive. As we'll go back to the top of the order, and Klein will be the batter. And that will miss for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0. Swung on. That ball's hit foul down the third baseline.
Counts now 1-1. 2 outs. See what Logan decides to throw here. Greenbrier still trying to battle and keep their team alive.
And here comes the 1-1. And that will miss for 2-1. And the 2-1 delivery. Swung on. That ball's hit to the right side. And that's going to get through for a hit. And he's now out with 2 outs, keeping it alive. There's runners at third and second. So with 2 down, Greenbrier East, as you mentioned, Morgan, still got a little fight left in them.
We got number 14.
Lacey Patraka will be the batter. Swung on. This ball is hit out into right field, and that ball is off the wall. That'll plate a couple, and that will be a 2-out, 2-run double. So 3 straight hits for the Lady Spartans, and they've cut the lead to 15-3. And that's what you like to see in your team. No quit. Just keep battling back.
Heavy hitter, happy to be here, Mr. Nick Eskins. Here comes the pitch.
This ball swung on and fouled. This is Kenna Collins, the batter. So 0-1 the count. Greenbrier East needs 3 more runs to keep this game going. Of course, that last out, Morgan's probably always the hardest to get. This is a right back up the middle. Nice job by the shortstop to knock it down, makes the play, and that will end the ball game. So that'll be it. Logan will win it 15-3, and with the win, Logan will go to 14-5, and Greenbrier East will fall to 11-8. We'll have a quick post-game show, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
This new year, give your home a fresh start with a brand new view from Window World of Beckley.
At Window World, we believe all homes deserve comfort, energy savings, and style all year long.
With our energy efficient windows and doors, Window World has you covered.
Give your home the view it deserves this year with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. New year, new view with energy efficient windows from Window World of Beckley.
Call today, 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
For your free in-home estimate.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School, actually right across the street from Independence High School. Final score, Logan defeats Greenbrier East 15-3. And the unofficial line totals are brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. And, boy, I tell you, they got that fog, they got the lights. It's quite a time. If you haven't been, you ought to go check it out. Even if you don't bowl, just go check it out. It's something fascinating I think you would enjoy if you can stay up that late. And that's from 10 o'clock to 12:15. All right, Greenbrier East and Logan. Logan wins at 15-3. Logan had 15 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. Greenbrier East 3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. So Greenbrier East will fall to 11-8. Logan will advance to 14-5. Morgan, quick take before we say our goodbyes for this one and get ready for Logan and Independence.
I think Logan's definitely a team to look out for when it comes to postseason. It was just their game the whole time, and I'm very eager to see what they do against Independence in this next game. So.
All right, we'll have a 15-minute break, and then we'll be back on with Logan and Independence. And till then, time to, I guess, do whatever you need to do. Whether you need to go get something to eat or go chill, and then come back and be ready to be on the couch in about 10 to 15 minutes for Independence and Logan. And we'll have that here coming up here on Video Productions.